Well, in days gone by, perhaps this fixture was always assumed to be a relatively comfortable one for Manchester United. Indeed, it proved to be that way. But Nottingham Forest, having won against Sheffield United last time out, are here with purpose, good voice, and would love to drive home with the comfort of victory and with 3 more points in their back pocket. And to be honest, we look at this game today and think, well, absolutely anything is possible. Clearly, Manchester United would be favourites being at home, but you just never know in the Premier League, and you never quite know with Manchester United at the moment.
No, you don't. That's right, David. You never know with Manchester United. Yes, at home at Old Trafford. That's right, David. You never know with Manchester United. Yes, at home at Old Trafford. I think you're going into this as huge favourites because their home record has been sensational. The last 4 matches they've had the upper hand, but there's just something amiss. The last 4 matches they've had the upper hand, but there's just something amiss at this moment in time. It doesn't feel like it's a fortress. They've got to turn up. They've got to be ready to play Nottingham Forest off the park. And what they have got to do, that they weren't first half against Tottenham, they've got to be ruthless in front of goal and get the conversion rates and get the ball in the back of the net. And Forest, they're coming here with a free hit. I think, last season they struggled with relegation. They stuck with their man. He did the job. This season, however, I think this team now, it's always about bettering yourself from the season before. They've got to be looking between a 15th to 10th position finish in the season before. They've got to be looking between a 15th to 10th position finish and stay away from that relegation, because there is worse teams in this division that have just been promoted, and I mean that with the utmost respect. Luton, Sheffield United have got time to take on Manchester United then today.
And you talk about
time to take on Manchester United then today.
And you talk about Manchester United's record here. They are 30 games without defeat at Old Trafford, 26 wins in that run, and 4 draws as well, which has been terrific form. They'll need to be good today. They'll need to be at their best today to keep this Nottingham Forest side at arm's length. The players gathering themselves and gathering their thoughts in the tunnel ahead of emerging into the sunshine. Well, this is where some decide to smile. Some just look out into the shining light at the end of the tunnel. Some just look out into the shining light at the end of the tunnel and work out how they are going to try their best to afford to come. Some like to chat to former teammates. Some like to come. Some like to chat to former teammates. Some like to have a joke with current teammates. Others taking on the essentials before going out to do the job. Every person is different before a football match, and every person is different before a football match, and every mindset is different as well.
Talk to anybody in that tunnel of the opposition to say you never ever talk to anybody in that tunnel of the opposition team. We stick together. You look them in the eye and you tell them you're going to beat them. However, when I went to Leeds United, Lucas Radebe was a total different character, and he didn't mind having a joke and a laugh, and he tried to really calm the nerves in the dressing room.
Here come the players then. After a week dominated by off-field issues, Manchester United will hope that their football makes the headlines. And issues, Manchester United will hope that their football makes the headlines, and in a positive way today. A reaction to defeat is required from the hosts, as well as a distraction from potential club takeovers, fans' protests, players' futures, and injury issues too. Those who have travelled from Nottingham have a recent victory on which to build, and the opportunity to chalk up a rare Old Trafford maximum. These meetings do tend to go badly for Forest, but those wearing the badge today are determined to buck the trend. It is a glorious day on which to watch football, and a stunning stage. Well, Erik ten Hag accused his players of not working hard enough in defeat to Spurs last weekend, but his team changes today. Colours between the posts, but injuries to both Tyrell Malacia and Luke Shaw have left United short on the left side of defence, so Diogo Dalot is deployed there. Mason Mount is hamstrung, so the door opens for Christian Eriksen to start in his place. In midfield, a lot has happened to Alejandro Garnacho since his FA Youth Cup final brace against Forest 18 months ago here, but he steps down from the starting 11 to allow Marcus Rashford back into midfield. Rasmus Højlund is still not fit enough to be involved, although he trained with his teammates for the first time yesterday, so the returning Anthony Martial leads the line. The bench includes the returning Harry Maguire, former Forest only Dean Henderson, and potential teenage debutant Dan Gore. Manchester United have won the last 10 meetings between these two sides, but the last time Forest avoided defeat, back in 1995, Steve Cooper's father, gloves having recently arrived from Arsenal. The defensive trio remain from victory against Sheffield United last time out, so World Cup winning defender Gonzalo Montiel waits for his debut on the bench. The two changes come in midfield, where Ryan Yates and Ola Aina replace Nico Williams, who's a substitute, and the injured Oril Mangala. Tewa Awonyi could become the first player to score in 7 successive Premier League appearances for Forest, while Brennan Johnson's father David came up through the youth ranks here at Old Trafford. Likewise, Anthony Elanga, 9 years a United boy, he's on the Forest bench, having recently moved to the City Ground. So the teams have been selected, the respective coaches installed in their rightful spots in the stadium, and the final bits of housekeeping being sorted out by the man in charge today. Stuart Atwell is the on-field boss. The two sides switching ends as we prepare to get underway. Settled, and the huddles have completed. Final thoughts, final preparations. Joe Worrell it is, with the all-important words. Nottingham Forest in their change strip, Manchester United in traditional red. Premier League history tells us that these meetings normally belong to Manchester United, and comfortably so. Today's hosts have won their last 7 Premier League clashes with Forest by a combined scoreline of 29 goals to 2. And a routine win would go down very well in these parts after an uncomfortable week off the pitch. Not that Forest will be aiming to make life simple for those in red today. A spring in the visitors' step after victory last time out to get on the front foot straight away. Anthony looking to swivel and shoot, and causing a few issues for Matt Turner in between the Forest posts.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم مشاهدينا الكرام. في فيديو النهاردة تحليل شامل وكامل لأبرز ما جاء وأبرز ما حصل في مباراة النصر والفتح في ثالث جولات الدوري السعودي. مباراة كان بطلها الأول كريستيانو رونالدو. هذه المباراة اللي قدر كريستيانو رونالدو إنه يحرز فيها هاتريك ويعمل 1 أسيست. المباراة دي انتهت لصالح فريق النصر بنتيجة 5-0. أحرز من هذه ال5 كريستيانو رونالدو 3 أهداف، وصنع هدف لساديو ماني بطريقة ولا أروع. عودة كريستيانو، عودة الدون، وعودة فريق النصر. فريق النصر اللي قدر في أول جولتين إن هو لم يحصل على أي نقاط، لكن في هذه الجولة قدر إن هو يحصل على 3 نقاط من نادي الفتح. هذه المباراة كانت مباراة كبيرة جدا جدا من نادي النصر. نجوم الفريق أدوا مباراة تعتبر ولا أروع في هذا الموسم. مباراة النصر والفتح كانت بداية التشويق والإثارة والمتعة للدوري السعودي، حيث عودة النصر العالمي لطريق الانتصارات. شكرا لكم على مشاهدة الفيديو.